For the aftermath, we're joined now on the phone by storm chaser Brandon Clement in Jamaica. Brandon, I know you've been struggling to get a signal, but now are able to communicate with people.
Yeah, it's very difficult to get any type of cell service out here. All the cell towers are down. We do have some satellite that we're able to use, but it's hit or miss when you're under trees and stuck in areas and hills. But it's difficult to just move around. All the trees are blocked. I've got a convoy of ambulances ahead of us that are still trying to get down to the landfall area. We're still about 30 miles from where landfall actually happened. Despite that, we're seeing close to total destruction. Most homes are without roofs. Almost every home has sustained damage. The trees and landscapes unrecognizable. Power lines are down everywhere. The infrastructure is completely gone. They're trying to get the roads cleared as fast as possible, but it's working about a mile per hour of clearing roads. And of course, as we get closer to the landfall area, there are more trees down than not, so it's getting more difficult. Some of the rivers flooded, saw bridges that were completely washed out, roads that are completely gone. So it's a really bad situation here.
Brandon, tell us about your experience with this storm. I know you've been chasing for a long time. How does this compare to some other storms that you have endured? And where were you specifically in Jamaica when the storm hit?
We really didn't get into the core of the storm. It was just too difficult here. The lot of trees that are don't have deep root systems, high terrain with flooding. It's just too dangerous. So we tried to stay out of the core of the storms, kind of on the outskirts, to move in afterwards. So it's really, it's not even a good story because it's not, we weren't in the impact zones, not like Hurricane Beryl.
And Brandon, you spoke with the AccuWeather early team ahead of landfall. You said, as much as we're saying this is going to be a humanitarian crisis, you agreed with that assessment. Now that we're on the other side of it, is it as bad as you expected it to be?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's exactly what I expected. Unfortunately, the cell towers are down. Nobody was really able to get in to the areas, and we still haven't really seen the full impact. So a lot of people were asking yesterday, oh, Melissa was kind of a bust. It really didn't materialize, did it? I'm like, no, you just haven't seen it yet. And unfortunately, we saw more AI pictures than anything floating around the internet yesterday. You just didn't get a clear picture. Still haven't got a clear picture and probably won't until tomorrow. But from 30 miles out from where I'm seeing the damage right now, I already know what we're going to see when we get to ground zero. It's going to be an absolute just catastrophic buzzsaw, everything flattened except concrete structures, and those concrete structures are going to be missing roofs. So it's going to be complete devastation.
A good reminder there for our viewers that you want to be careful with what you're looking at on the internet. The things we're sharing is not AI, but things you might just see on social media. If it's not from a reliable source, it could be not a real image.
That's very true. And Brandon, you've been doing this a long time. What are some things that you could advise our viewers to look for to determine what kind of imagery might be the real thing? You've been there, you've seen it, versus AI imagery.
Normally, a good source is the starting point. Other things you can see is not only do we see AI, I saw people taking video from past events and saying it was from this event. Obviously, if you're in Jamaica, I saw videos from Hurricane Irma and Hurricane Harvey that were saying it was Jamaica yesterday. If the landscape doesn't look right, the housing doesn't look right, the video looks familiar, all those things should be huge red flags. But the main thing is have a good source.
Absolutely. And Brandon, you said you're about 30 miles out from the point of landfall still. So it sounds like you're hitting some roadblocks here just in what was sort of the outer eye wall. Is that pretty much accurate, you think?
Yeah, I mean, we're in outer eye wall area. This area probably experienced 110, 120 mile an hour winds, where ground zero is going to have some of those 175 plus gusts, plus storm surge. Here we're seeing flood damage and the wind damage from the equivalent of a strong Cat 2, maybe Cat 3, and it's really, really bad. You're seeing just trees shredded. Like I said, roads gone. Just about every house has been impacted, at least to some extent. Many houses are completely gone, so it's just a bad situation.
Brandon, have you been able to talk with any of the locals there? And if so, what are you hearing from them?
The spirits here are really high. The people are rallying together. It's kind of a common theme with disasters. Communities really come together strong after disasters. How long that lasts can depend on how quickly the aid gets in. I know people are trying really hard to get in, but it's like level of difficulty is extreme. So it's going to take a while to get full aid and full assessment in. So hopefully the spirits can stay high while that happens.
All right. Well, Brandon, we really appreciate all your reporting, and we'll look forward to catching up with you more throughout the rest of the week here, as I know the landscape around you is only going to get worse and worse as you continue to head west into the belly of where this beast rolled through. Storm Chaser Brandon Clement, thanks again, Brandon.
I'm glad you were able to stay safe.